Today I'm bringing you a new video, which is actually, let's say, like the second part of the first video I did on Terraria 3 months ago. Now, when I published that video, when I actually made that video, I wasn't aware of how the game ran. I just tried it out for the first 10 to 15 minutes. And during these months, during this time, I've seen people post comments stating that they're not able to run their world, that they can't, let's say, replicate this performance. Now, what we saw in that video was what we're going to see here now in a second. It's just a brand new player in a brand new world where obviously nothing has been discovered, and hence there's nothing to be generated here, right? Like, of course the game's running at 60 FPS here. There's nothing to be shown here. Like, below us it's all black, and above us it's just the sky and a few trees, right? There's like basically nothing. So of course, once you start playing here, you see the temperatures hovering around 50 degrees. Everything looks nice. The CPU this, the memory that, and you actually think, hey, it's going to be a smooth experience. I'm going to be able to play this game. But no, that's not the thing. The thing is that I went on Google and I started looking for other worlds, and I came across this one, which is called Main World, that once you actually, well, props to the developer, once you actually get into the more densely populated area, you actually see that, hey, the M1 can't run this game. As you can see now, we're hitting, I don't know why, 80 something frames per second. But as soon as I hit that switch above us, here, come on, get on the platform. Bada bam, look at that, 16, 13, 12 FPS. You can't play the game. Like, the game just died. It's like, hey, what's going on here? 12 FPS. So this is what happened to many of the people that, I don't know, they just imagine, you buy your MacBook, brand new M1 MacBook, either the Air or the Pro, and you copy your saved file, that world that you've been working on for the past, I don't know, 5 months. You've put into it, I don't know, 500 hours of work, and you got everything nicely. Look at this. Look at the map. Look at that. There's like 6 floors. It's so populated. There's so many things here, like so many characters, so many elements, so many visual elements, so many things on screen that, yeah, you can tell that the M1 can't handle it. And it's not like the processor's like maxed out or it's like steaming hot at 100 degrees. No, it's just that in the graphics department, the M1 can't take all these visual elements on screen. It just can't do it. So that's why when I did this video 3 months ago, I started that brand new blank world where everything below me was black. Well, of course it ran 60 FPS. There was nothing to run there. But now that I've actually loaded someone else's world, and I'm able to see here that, hey, look at this, it's just lagging like crazy. Just like to point out the highlights of this video. To begin with, we do know that the game can run on the M1 MacBook Air. It will give you more than decent performance if you're starting your world. Second, if you're importing your world or you're trying to load your existing world from a different system which was more powerful, you're going to encounter problems. These problems can extend to a certain degree depending on how you developed your world. And third, we are, let's say, importing a world that was developed on a more powerful system. So actually, let's say while you're playing this game on the M1 Mac, you will start to actually feel that drop in performance as soon as you start like building and developing more of the areas. It's not going to be something sudden. Like here we went from 60 to 10 just because we loaded a world. Now, if we were to be playing this world during hours and hours and hours and hours, we would eventually feel and see that, hey, in this specific area, the FPS drop. Last but not least, I'd like to thank you for watching this video, for following me on this channel, and I hope to bring more content to the channel as soon as possible. Have a good one, guys.